What's up, everybody? Welcome. If you are new to my channel, if you are not new, welcome back to my little corner of YouTube. To my new subscribers, which I don't think I have, but hey, girl, hey, how you doing? And let's do this little bootleg. Merry Christmas, Charlie Brown. I was intending to do these as a press on, and I never actually did the press on part. So yeah. Right now I am using I believe it's Model 1's base coat, and I'm just putting base coat on all the nails, and then I cure that for 60 seconds in my LED UV light, and I'm using my Painted Desert short almond nails. And the wonderful thing about this set is I get to work on them one at a time, but for the background part, I'm gonna do all the nails because all the nails essentially have the same background. So the bottom half of the nail is white, and I'm using my Sabiland white gel polish. Honestly, this is like one of the best whites that I have right now, other than the gel paint pots, but that it just do too much for the gel paint pot, and I didn't feel like dealing with all of that, so I'm just using my white gel polish. Oh gracious, my hands were very ashy. But I'm just taking that halfway up the nail, and then I cured that for 60 seconds. And how is everyone's holiday going so far? Is everybody looking forward to Christmas like in 2 weeks? I can't believe it's almost here. Yeah, like December has really gone by. And so now I'm just using the blue gel polish in my Saviland nail kit. I don't think it's available anymore. I think that's like the only downside about Amazon. Like, you start finding good things and you can't even link it anymore because they don't sell them anymore. But just use some blue gel polish. You don't have to use a Saviland one. But I'm just doing the top half of the nails. So that's going to be the sky, and then the white part is going to be the snow. When I did this set, it was so many bumps in the road. I had this big idea, and I mean, it turned out okay, but I feel like I could have did better. But that's just me being extra sorry. But yes, after I did this top half of the nail, I did cure that for 60 seconds in my lamp, and then I think I did go back and do another layer of the white gel polish because it was kind of patchy. So yep, I did. Okay, so I went back and did a second coat of the white gel polish, making sure to just only touch the white part, because I know it's kind of like a stark line, but you'll understand why. It's just a faraway picture, and I don't know how to describe it. I was gonna do a horizon line, so yeah. I did do a second coat because the white was kind of patchy, so I wanted it to be very opaque. So that's why I'm doing the second coat, and I'm not doing a whole lot. Like, it's like very minimal amount of gel polish on my brush because I didn't want it to be too thick. But yeah, this nail set, it it gave me a run for my money. I think overall this set took me maybe 2 hours to do. I think it was like 2 hours, and then it was like I didn't like the set once I got done because it was mistakes that I made that I didn't intend to make. So yeah. Anyway, I digress. So now I'm using my Saviland black paint pot to make like this fine horizon line, because number one, that was like the quickest black that I could find, and I know you can't really see it, but it's a line and it's there. It's just to let you know that it's a horizon. Like, I didn't want it to be like a straight line. I wanted it to be curvy. I think I will insert a picture that was like my inspiration picture. And yeah, this did not come out the way I wanted my inspiration picture to be, but it is what it is. And yeah, as you can see, my magnet is not all that strong on these. So it was so many problems going on. I was so stressed doing these nails. Like, oh my gosh, it was such a stressful time. I think I was overthinking it, but it is what it is. So now I'm about to do is it Snoopy? I think it's Snoopy's doghouse. And then I was like, oh, let me actually put a matte top coat on, because trying to just do it on the sticky layer of the gel polish is a no-no. So if ever you're planning on doing nail art, put a matte top coat, so that way it's a whole lot easier to draw on. And I cured that matte top coat actually it wasn't even 60 seconds, it was 30 seconds, because my 30-second button on my lamp does not work, so I have to hit 60 seconds and then count 30 seconds. I know, it's so bootleg, it's so ghetto, but the lamp works perfectly fine. It's just that one light, that one button, it does not work. So I'm just using my little flash cure flashlight to flash cure the design, so that way I don't have to put it in the lamp. And then my flash cure flashlight ended up dying on me. I was like, really, in the middle of a nail set, you're gonna die on me? That's so disrespectful. But so unfortunately, everything in this video is going to be like super duper tiny, because it's supposed to be like a far away view, I guess. So I'm making this is supposed to be a doghouse. My doghouse did not come out looking like a doghouse, at least not in the picture, like the picture of the doghouse that I was referencing. But the doghouse is teeny tiny because it's supposed to be the furthest away. Because what I was planning on doing was my reference picture. I was planning on spreading it across all of the nails, but make it cohesive. But in the end, it did not come out the way I wanted it, because I had my characters facing the wrong way. My depth was off. Like, it was just terrible. But yes, the doghouse is back far away, because the doghouse is really teeny tiny because it's supposed to be really far away, like off in the like background. And then trying to do like the little itty bitty details. Like, I did details in this little doghouse, but when I was editing the video, I was like, oh my God, you cannot really see any of the detail that I put in this doghouse. So, like, I put the little lines going across like the roof and stuff, and then I made like a little string of lights, like, but it's, like I said, it's so tiny, like y'all can't see it, but I did it, I promise. I absolutely positively promise. But this black is my Sabiland gel paint pot, and yeah, I'm so sad that y'all can't see all the detail that I put in there. Like, the little swoops that I'm doing right now is like the Christmas light swoops, but y'all can't see the little black line. And if I zoom in, it's gonna distort it's gonna make it like kind of grainy, so it's not gonna be as crisp. So I can't really zoom in, because either way you're still not gonna see the detail. But now I'm like making the little lines on the doghouse, and then I'm making the shadow in the snow to insinuate that the doghouse is sitting in the snow. Like, I actually put thought into it, I promise. But like I said, y'all can't really see it. It's so depressing. It's so ghetto. And it just hurts my feelings to know that y'all can't see it. So, because I did some string lights, I'm gonna take some white gel polish and a dotting tool, and I'm just gonna dot some little white dots up there to signify the Christmas lights. But the white is to make the lights pop, like, because the red is so stark, like you're not going to be able to see the actual Christmas lights. So I did white, and then I went back over the white in the color of the Christmas lights that I wanted. So on top of the little doghouse is like the snow, to signify that the snow was falling, and there's snow that gathered on top of the doghouse. Then I just flash cured it. And then now I'm just gonna take some different colors of the gel polish. I don't even remember what colors it was, but then I just dotted over the white so that way you could see that it was Christmas lights and not just random white dots. But it didn't transfer over because the lights are so teeny tiny. Like like I said, I'm so sad that y'all cannot see the detail that I put into this little doghouse. That so hurt my feelings. And it just made me so sad. And then, like, I was like, okay, so let me add some more lights to the bottom half of the doghouse. And yet again, you can't see the string of lights that I'm making, but I promise you they're there. And then, like, you can see them in the picture, but as far as this video go, you cannot see none of that, and that just hurts me to my core. It just hurts me, dog. It's killing me, Sway. But now I'm adding some more Christmas lights, and I was like, I'm gonna just have a light dangle from the top of the doghouse, well, from like one of the ends of the doghouse, and then I flash cured it again. Honestly, I couldn't even tell you how long I flash cured it. But yeah, I flash cured it. It was probably about 10-15 seconds. Like, I just sat there and held it. Like, it wasn't an exact science to it. And then to show, and then so I am curing that nail in the lamp for, I believe it was 30 seconds, just to make sure everything was dry. And because I did use that paint pot, I did want to make sure that everything actually did cure properly. So that's why I put it in the big nail lamp. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to add snow. So then I was like, you know what? Snow would make this set look a lot better. So then I went back in with the white, and then I just dotted some little snowflakes all over the place, which I felt like the snow helped make the set look a little bit better because the reference picture does not have snow. And then on the other nail you just saw, I added a matte top coat so I can do my Snoopy. Is his name Snoopy or is his name Peanut? Like, I know the bird is Woodstock, and I know, of course, Charlie Brown, but is the dog Snoopy or is the dog Peanut? I don't know. Please let me know in the comments down below. And then now that that nail is done, I'm just top coating that whole entire nail. And then I cured that for probably, I think, like the full 60 seconds in my LED light. LED UV light is both of them. So I cured it in the lamp. And so now I am making Snoopy, y'all, or Peanut, whatever, whoever the dog is. That's who I'm drawing. And I know you can't see the lines right now, but I was trying to sketch him out, y'all. Any other time I can draw with no issue, but I think my issue with this one was he's white and he's on a white background. So literally all I have to do is draw the lines. Usually my thought process for drawing is I can use the colors to make a rough outline, well, a rough sketch, I guess, of what I'm drawing, and then use the black to outline it so that way you can actually see the details. Who, y'all, this little dog threw me for a whole entire loop. Because number one, I had to actually, by now, I actually Googled how to draw him. And I mean, he was coming out okay. Like the little faint lines that you can see, he was coming out okay. So, when I looked at it in the end, so he's one of the reasons why I titled this video a bootleg Christmas Charlie. It's a bootleg Christmas Charlie Brown because my characters and everything is very bootleg in this video. Like I swear, the dog. Please tell me what his name is. He looks like a mixture. He looks like a mixture of if Brian from Family Guy and the dog from Charlie Brown had a puppy, and he would be, and he grew, and that puppy grew up. This little dog is what that creation is. Like, he does not look like the dog from Charlie Brown. He does not look like Brian from Family Guy. Like, but I swear he looks like a mixture of both of them. And when I was editing the video, I was like, okay, he actually was looking like the dog from Charlie Brown until I tried to put the daggone Christmas hat on his head. And the reason why I put the Christmas hat on his head was because the reference picture had a Christmas hat on his head. And then on top of that, like, I didn't like the way the head shape was looking. So I was like, okay, since I don't like the head shape, I'm just going to put a hat on him and he'll be okay. Yo, this little dog, it stressed me out. I know I worked on this dog for like 45 minutes to an hour. Like, it is ridiculous how hard I struggle to make this daggone dog. And it's literally because he is the color of the background. And so I just had to do lines. And like, number one, I was happy I was able to draw it because once I started doing these nails, I was like, oh, this was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. And I was like, but I ain't no punk. I ain't going to quit. I'm going to figure this out. And I figured it out, but in the end, I didn't like how it looked. Maybe one day in the future, I'll circle back around and try and draw him again. But as for right now, this little dude, no. And then it was like the eyes was making me mad because it was like the eye wasn't a circle. It was like an oval, but I couldn't figure out how to make the oval tie in like with the size that he is. So the other thing that made me mad about this nail set is my characters are not facing the way that they're supposed to be facing. Like, it wasn't until I got done with the whole nail set. And honestly, that is an issue that I have whenever I do press-on nails. I forget to flip-flop the way that they look. So, yeah. My little dog, he is facing the doghouse, which, I mean, that does make sense, but it's a Christmas nail set, and when you see later on, it's going to be a Christmas tree on the middle fingernail. Yes, on the middle fingernail. So I was like, okay, my plan was to have my characters facing towards the Christmas tree, but because my brain was not working when I made these nails, both of my characters, not one, but both of my characters, the main characters of this nail set, is not even facing towards the focal point of the nail set, which is the Charlie Brown Christmas tree. It's, y'all, the stress from this whole set. I'm reliving it again doing this voiceover. This little nail set, when I tell you threw your girl for a loop, it threw me for a loop. Because like I said, number one, looking at the picture, like looking at my reference picture, I was like, okay, because like I was at work and I was like, ooh, I want to do a Charlie Brown Christmas set because Christmas is not Christmas without Charlie Brown. Yeah, this is me trying to do that hat. That hat was pissing me off. That hat was making me so mad. But like now he looked like Robin Hood, like he looked like he trying to rob the hood, if you ask me. But like I was at work and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do some Charlie Brown Christmas nails because at Christmas, what's the first thing you think of? You think of Charlie Brown. If you are at least a 90s baby and above, I'm pretty sure like the first thing you think of is Charlie Brown. The youth of today, I don't know what y'all think of when y'all think of Christmas, but me, I think of Charlie Brown. And so I was like, ooh, I'm gonna do a Charlie Brown nail set. And I was like, okay, now how am I going to do this? And then so I found my reference picture and I was like, okay, cool, I got my picture, but how am I gonna transform my picture into nails? And then I was like, because all of this is not going to fit on one nail. Because number one, I typically wear shorter nails. Number two, my nails are teeny tiny. So my canvas is not going to be that big. And I was like, okay, I've seen people spread a whole nail set throughout all the nails. So let me try that. So now what I'm doing is I'm just using my white to like fill in areas to make stuff look better. Like this hat, I had to fill that in so it could have a little curve to it. The little eye, well, the eyeball, I had to go around it in white to make that look better. Like I just went around everything in white to clean it up because I had already cured it, so I couldn't wipe it away. But back to my thought process, I was like, okay, I've seen people on like Instagram and YouTube and stuff like make like a canvas but across the different nail sets, like across the whole nail. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna do that. And then so I was like, all right, so how am I gonna do that? Now I'm putting top coat on my next nail, which this nail is going to be the Charlie Brown Christmas tree. Sorry about that. So I was like, okay, so how am I going to put this nail set across the nails? Because they're on different planes and I gotta make things bigger and smaller and stuff. So, here's where I messed up because I forgot to do the snow. So I was starting to top coat it and I had put it in the nail lamp for like not even 5 seconds because now this isn't the one that I messed up. I actually remember that I didn't do the snowflakes, so I had to wipe off that top coat and then I just went and put some snowflakes in. It's one of these nails, I don't remember which one, but I had forgot to put the snowflakes, and so I had did the top coat and I had stuck it in the lamp, and then I was like, oh no, I forgot the snowflake. So then I had to go back and put the snowflakes on, but my top coat had already cured, so it's like it's kind of sandwiched in between. And honestly, I liked that nail, especially like when it came to the snowflakes. I liked that part better because it looked like it was sandwiched in between the top coat and the like nail design. Like it didn't look like it was on the, I guess you can say it was on the same plane. Like it looked like it was on top of one another. So I did like that. But so now we're making my little Charlie Brown Christmas tree, and I'm trying to look at the reference picture, and it was like I was looking at it and I was like, okay, cool, this should not be that hard to draw. Y'all, that thing was hard to draw. I was so underestimating like the illustration because I'm like, all right, it's not like too detailed and it's not like 3D. Like these characters are already like 2D, like they're flat. They don't really have dimension to them. So I was like, all right, cool, this should be a great nail design. Nope. Even my little Charlie Brown Christmas tree, she was struggling. Like, A Charlie Brown Christmas tree is already struggling anyway, but mine surpassed struggle. Mine was struggling. I mean, SK, not even SC. Like it was SK type of struggling. And so, yeah, now I'm just trying to fill in with the black so you can actually see what I was going for, because it wasn't coming across the way I wanted it to come across. So the little gray part, I mean the little brown part on in the snow is like the wood planks that the tree is standing on. But I don't know what I did wrong. I don't know where I went wrong. And then I was like, this is looking stupid. Let me try and add some little detail to it. Nope. Nope. So let me know in the comments down below if you feel like I adequately titled this video, because your girl was going through it. And now I'm just adding my little furs. I guess you call them furs. I don't know. I'm adding the leaves to the Charlie Brown tree, but it don't really have leaves. It just has little sparse little fir leaves, I guess. I don't know. And so I was like, this looks so stupid. So I was like, okay, to make it a little bit better, we're going to add ornaments. I was like, because this is looking real stupid. Y'all, this set, oh my gosh, this set, I just don't know. She was a struggle set. You know how like you see the YouTubers, they're like, oh, well, I did this set like 3 years ago. Let's see if my drawing got better. Let's see if I can make it better. Yeah, we're going to have to try and come back to that like 3 years from now and pray to God that my nail art has gotten a little bit better. Like, it's like looking at the set, I can't help but to laugh, because I'm like, it's so jarring how difficult this set was. And I'm like, I've drawn so many more difficult things. Like, I've drawn so many more difficult characters. Like, but I'm like, I don't understand why this one was so freaking hard. I guess because I hadn't actually drawn anything in a while. And then I just tried to go into it. Because also, my other thing is, whenever I do decide to draw something, usually it's like I plan it in advance. Or either I have this design in my head for like a while, and it's like, I'm like, okay, I want to execute this. And so it's like, if I have to draw a character, then I'm like, okay, let me, oh, this is the one that oh no, okay. Yeah, this is the one that I messed up on, because I had forgot the snow. But usually I'm like, okay, if I know I want to draw a character, like I'll look it up days or like weeks in advance. Well, days, because I don't plan my nails that far in advance, or I don't really have a design that far in advance that I know I want to do. But so usually it's like I'll look it up and figure out how to draw it, and then I'll draw it, and then I'll do like test runs. Like I'll draw it like 2 or 3 times before I actually do it on the nail, because drawing something is a whole lot better when you draw it on a bigger scale, and then that way you can figure out how to make it smaller. So that's usually my process. But with these nails, I didn't have time, because it was like I had only thought up these nails like maybe 2 days before I actually did them. So yeah, I didn't have time to actually try and learn how to draw these characters. So that was mistake number 1. Mistake number 2, I need to figure out how to remind myself, hey, yo, if you want something to look at something, you need to remember that you need to flip it, because me forget, like, it's looking like everybody's like, oh, okay, we done seen the bootleg tail tree, so we about to go back to our respective places now. Like Snoopy, like, oh, well, Snoopy Peanut, whatever that dog name is, he's like, oh, that tree real ghetto, so I'm going back to my house. And Charlie Brown's looking like, that tree looking real sad. I'm just gonna walk away. That's exactly what my characters are looking like. Meanwhile, in my head, they were facing towards the tree, like admiring it or whatever. And it just did not come across with the actual, like, nail design. So I was like, great. And it, like I said, it wasn't until, like, I actually got to the thumbnail and I looked at it. I was like, crap, nobody is looking at the tree. The tree is supposed to be the main point. Like, nobody's looking at it. Everybody's walking away from it. Everybody is ashamed of the tree, including the person who drew it. Y'all, I'm laughing now, but when I tell you, I showed my wife and my brother-in-law my nails, well, this nail set. I was like, y'all, this thing made me so mad. They was like, you did really good. And I'm like, no, because they're not looking where they're supposed to be looking. My little dog does not look like who he's supposed to look like. The only one who came out looking somewhat right is Charlie Brown, and he still look bootleg too. Oh, it's so sad. It's so sad. But hopefully, maybe later on in life, I can redeem myself. Maybe with a little bit more planning, I can redeem myself. Yo, I done stopped talking about what is going on in this nail set. I'm so sorry. Like, I had to just let y'all know my struggles. Then, when it came to drawing Charlie Brown, I don't know what was going on. Like, his face was getting on my nerves. His face was getting on my nerves because I couldn't get his eyes right. I couldn't get his nose right. And then I was like, crap, I didn't I didn't sketch out an area for his ear. So I was like, okay, where am I going to stick his ear? So, like, after drawing his face, I think like 3 or 4 times, I finally got like the proportions right. And like, the fact that I was able to get it right with this big glob on the tip of my brush, because I'm like, okay, with this brush, like, usually you don't want a big glob on the tip of it, but when I kept thinning it out and didn't have a big glob on the tip of the brush, then nothing would come out right. So I was like, you know what? We're just not going to do this the conventional way, as do most of the things that I do. It wasn't done in a conventional way. And then, oh my gosh, drawing this hat. I don't understand why this hat was as complicated as it was. Yo, I struggled drawing the hat. I was like, why is it not sitting on his head correctly? I was like, you know what? I just give up. I give up. I just give up. Like, I'm so done. And then I was like, I don't have enough room to draw his legs. I was like, you know what? We're just going to play this off and act like he's closer to the front than all the other characters. Y'all, my little dimension that I had going on, it did not go right. And then I think here is when I realized, crap, everybody's facing the wrong way. Oh my gosh. It's like just going back and thinking about this nail set. It's just, a time was had. And I don't mean that in a good way. Like, now I'm just like, you know what? I give up. I can't figure out how I'm going to put his feet up here. Everybody's already facing the wrong way. We're just going to add the snow and keep on going with life. And then I was like, okay, so his arms, like, sorry, my Alexa is going off if you hear it in the background. But, well, not mine. The one in the living room is going off. But I was like, dang, I didn't draw enough space for his arms. So I'm just like, I give up. I just give up. We're about to say his arm, like his hand is tucked into his coat pocket. Like, that's, oh, I was, leg struggle. I was like, I can't figure out how to draw his arm. So we're just going to say it's tucked into his coat pocket. That's just what's going to happen. That's what we're going to say. And yeah, that's what was going on. And now we're about to get to my thumbnail. So my thumbnail, I actually had a whole plan of I was going to write Merry Christmas, Charlie Brown. But at that point, I was just completely and utterly over this whole entire set. So I was like, you know what? We're just gonna draw ho ho ho, and what else did I draw? Did I draw Happy Holidays? I know I drew ho ho ho. I can't remember what it like. I can't like. I was just like, I gotta put something in here Christmassy because writing Merry Christmas, Charlie Brown is not gonna fit on this thumbnail. Especially like the way I had did it, the way I did it, and I guess technically the way I wrote it was Happy Holidays. The way I wrote Happy Holidays kind of don't make sense either, because if it's in the snow, why is it red? But I give up. I told you I give up. Like, in my head, I was like, I could put it in yellow to signify that somebody peed in the snow and did it yellow. But I was like, that wouldn't be right for the kids. That would be traumatizing for the kids. But don't no kids look at my channel, at least not to my knowledge. But if you're a kid and you look at my channel, let's say, what age would I say a kid is? I guess somebody under 18. Yeah. Anybody under 18, if you look at my channel, just put a comment down below and just do 18. But yeah, I think for the most part it's older people who look at my channel, but which is not that many older people. But anywho, yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna write in yellow. That's just disrespectful. Like, ain't trying to traumatize nobody. So I just wrote it in red and blue. Yep. So I was like, I just give up. I give up. And then I was like, okay, I'm just write ho ho ho. Oh, this set. Welcome to the hood, Charlie Brown. Oh, let's struggle. I'm glad I can look at this and laugh now, because when I did it, there was no laughing. Honestly, I think this is the longest voiceover I have ever done. But and like, honestly, I did it in one whole entire setting. But yeah, so this is what the press-ons look like, and now I'm top coating my thumbnail. But yeah, the struggle was so real. If you made it throughout the whole video, thumbs up to you. I guess leave a thumb up in the video. In the comments. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and join the family. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.